So, I just got off work at my local trucking job right here. We deliver U.S. mail around the Bay Area. We take in deliveries too. Every now and then, there will be a tractor trailer route available if that person needs coverage. They usually don't. But I wanted to talk to you guys today about how these truck driver YouTubers, how they pretty much lie to you. We'll talk about it on the way home. So, it's really important that we just it's pretty clear why they lie to you. They lie to you because they're making money on YouTube, right? Hold on, I gotta get my car situated to go home. Give me a second. Come on, you little fucker. Little windshield, windshield protector or whatever. Are those things even worth it? You put it on it. You put this like on your windshield to kind of keep it cool. I wonder if they actually work. So the reason why these YouTubers lie to you, not lying. How do I put it? I'm thinking of Alex, the trucking guy. All right, I'm not going in on him or whatever. I'm just using him as an example, okay? Because this is what happens. Some of his videos, they just come off as so phony and corny. For example, he was talking about how, he's in trucking to, make all his money and like save all of his money, you know what I mean? Because he has big dreams or whatever. But we could see his net worth. We could see that he's pretty much already rich from his YouTube channel. Okay. So he's not out here like stacking money like we are. We're actually stacking like these little ass paychecks from our job. You know what I mean? That don't pay much. He makes six figures, on the low end, medium, and high end, depending on, how the year's going for his channel. This guy makes six figures on YouTube, plus his job at GP Transco. Okay. And he's going to sit here and act like, like he's setting himself up for the future. I'm sure he is, but dude, he's setting himself up with a YouTube channel. He's not setting himself up like the viewers that are watching him, how they're actually going in without a YouTube channel. They're not YouTubers. They're going in relying on the paycheck from their job, which isn't much. Truck drivers don't make a lot of money, dude. That's what he's not telling you. He's not telling you like that little skit he did on Fox News. He's not telling you like, oh yeah, I'm saving money, but I also made $250,000 on my YouTube channel, give or take. His ballpark, I think it was in between like 148 to 800,000, somewhere in that ballpark. Which means somewhere in that ballpark, he's making at the minimum he's making 100,000 on his YouTube channel. You could see what he makes every month. Some months are better than others. This guy is stacking paper on YouTube. He is not getting money like that from his trucking job. He's not. And for him not to disclose that, that sounds like a bullshit artist to me, because truck drivers don't make a lot of money. Truck drivers do get mistreated, right? A lot of the new guys like to argue about it. They say, "Oh, I guarantee you, I'm going to get the comments like I do every video. Oh, I made 100,000 this year. I make 114,000. Just because trucking's not working out for you doesn't mean it's not working out for me. You're a whiner. You're a crybaby. Dude, no. First of all, you're not making that much money on paper. Yes, but the time spent on the job versus your paycheck, that's what you're really making. You guys are making around like $10 to $15 an hour if you're lucky. If you never go home, if you spend time in the truck all the time. These guys, they really believe in hours of service. They don't understand that hours of service is a scam. The 70-hour clock, the 11-hour drive time, the 14-hour on-duty time, the off-duty, the sleeper berth. Dude, we should be paid for all of the time that we're at work. Truck drivers are the only like workers that I know in America that are exempt from overtime, even on a local truck driving position, right? Because of hours of service, because the ATA, if you don't know, the American Trucking Association, CR England, Prime, Swift, Knight Transportation, Warner, Western Express, I even think like Estes is in there, you know what I mean? The mega carriers, the big trucking companies, they get together and they've been doing this for years. I think this since like deregulation or whatever, and they lobby for new laws and rules and requirements by the government, for the trucking industry. They invented hours of service to benefit them, to screw over the truck drivers. That way they don't got to pay us by the hour. That way they don't got to pay us overtime. That way, they don't got to pay us to be away from home, from our family. They want us to go on sleeper berth and call it off duty. You're not on the clock, so we don't have to pay you, but you're still responsible for the truck, the trailer, and the load. Bullshit. I'm at work. Pay me. And they don't, and they won't. And I got drivers that are sticking up for that bullshit. And then I got guys like Alex, the trucking guy, talking about, oh yeah, I'm out here, I'm out here sacrificing like the rest of us. You ain't sacrificing shit. You're a YouTuber. You're making money on YouTube. Disclose that. Say that, and then I'll have some respect for you. I gotta get going. I'm gonna put you guys on this selfie stick. I mean, that's pretty much the. Get in there, you little. Get in there. Okay. Right. Okay. Come on, Daddy-O. All right, cool. Niner gang in the house. See, I got the poncho back there. All right, homeboy, we're gonna get going back to the crib. Oh, you fucker. Okay. All right. All right. Hold up. Almost done. Okay. No, that's not gonna work. Let me see what it looks like on the dash. Can you see me? No, not really. I'm like all up here and shit. Hold up. Let me. That's better. That works. Sorry, we got to get going. So, yeah, dude. These truck drivers on YouTube that try to act like they're the rest of us. It's the same thing like guys like Joe Rogan on YouTube. They try to act like they're the average American, right? They try to act like they can relate to us and shit. No, dude. We're out here broke, homie. We're out here broke. I make good money on YouTube, right? For the little amount of views that I get, I'm thankful for what I get. Right now I'm getting around 100 to 200 bucks a month on YouTube. When I was at CR England, I was getting around 300 to 400 bucks a month on YouTube. Plus my job, it's a good little side hustle, and it helps. An extra 200 bucks, an extra $200 a month really helps. An extra $100,000, an extra 100 grand a year on YouTube, thousands of dollars a month would really help. Say that, disclose that before you come on here on YouTube and talk about, you're just like, like you're out here sacrificing and shit, dude. No, the reason why he's driving a truck is because that's what's making him money on YouTube. If it wasn't for his YouTube channel, he would be in the same boat with us, dude. He would be out here struggling with us. But no, dude, he drives a truck because it feeds content to his YouTube channel. It keeps him in a niche. It keeps him relevant in that niche, right? And just for the fact that he's able to get road footage, most trucking companies would fire you for doing what Alex, the trucking guy, is doing, because they say, you can't have, you got to operate with hands-free devices, and sometimes they don't even allow that, right? This job I was going to take at FreshPoint, which is a sister company of Cisco, it's the Cisco umbrella, and they own FreshPoint, which is another food service company. They said they didn't even want me using like Hey Siri, right? They didn't even want me using like Bluetooth and shit. They just wanted me to listen to the radio, which is dumb because I gotta look down and touch the radio just like I would have to look down and like change the song on my phone or whatever. It's all the same shit, dude. So they would absolutely fire me if they saw me like posting videos of my drive time with like a GoPro on or whatever, or like with my Ray-Ban smart glasses, dude. They would let me go because they'd say, oh, well, you had to put them on your face while you were driving. You had to press record while you were driving, and you had to stop recording while you were driving. So yeah, you violated the policy. Next, you're fired. So just for the fact that Alex, the trucking guy, is able to get this road footage, and these other big YouTubers, right? These other big YouTubers, right? I think Alex Nino, Like, I'm pretty sure he discloses the fact that he's making money like that on YouTube. I mean, just for the fact that he has his own clothing line, I mean, you got to be a little bit, slow to not realize that homeboy's making most of his bread on YouTube and not really at his trucking job like that. The trucking job, it just feeds the content. You know what I'm saying? And it's a small content. It's a small genre. It's a small niche on YouTube. So there's very few people. I think there's only like two that I know of that are really big like that. And they're both named Alex. Alex Nino and Alex the trucking guy. They're like the top dogs of this niche. And they're making a lot of money. I'm pretty sure Alex Nino discloses the fact that he's thankful for his YouTube channel because it makes him a lot of money. But Alex the trucking guy, dude, like that skit that he did on Fox News, that was such bullshit, dude. He was over here acting like he was just some regular truck driver, like on TikTok or whatever. No, dude, this guy makes hella money on YouTube, bro. He's like the Mr. Beast in our niche right now. Okay? Yeah, it would be cool to have those views. It would be cool. But at the same time, dude, everything that I've said on here, I get a bunch of pushback. People saying, oh, you shouldn't be paid for sleeper berth. You shouldn't be paid for off-duty time. You're a crybaby. You sound like you're lazy. You sound like you're a whiner. Most of that comes from guys and their ego. Because once guys, like for example, right? Say you were some dude working at a warehouse, not making shit and busting your ass for it. And now, you're a truck driver and you probably never been like a construction worker or carpenter, even a laborer. You know what I mean? Now that you got your CDL, you think you're hot shit. You think you're hot shit. You think you're making all this fucking money. You know what I mean? Like you finally seen more than $1,000 on your paycheck, and that's never happened to you in your life. Like you've never seen $1,500 a week. So for you, it's a big fucking deal. And this is how guys get. Guys get all up in their fucking head. You give guys some money, and oh man, you give them like a trade or a skill or whatever, and they think they're the king. They think they're like the king shit on Turd Mountain. And then when someone like me comes along and says, hey, you're really not making that much money. You're really getting fucked over. The trucking companies, they really should be paying us more. Oh no, what are you talking about? I made 100,000 last year. That's just you. You're a crybaby, dude. I've heard this shit. I've heard this shit, dude. That since the day when I started criticizing the trucking industry, mainly with hours of service, from countless YouTubers. They're a broken fucking record, right? And most of these guys are rookies. And if they've been in this industry for this long and they're defending hours of service, dude, talk about being now that right there is a bootlicker, someone that's going to defend truck drivers getting paid less, truck drivers not getting paid, to be like. Here's the thing: if these trucking companies want us to stay out like that, if they want us to be away from our family, if they want us to be in charge of the tractor, the trailer, and the load, you know what I mean? Even when we're not driving, when we're shut down, we're still in charge of it. You know what I mean? Whether you're stopping to fuel up, whether you're stopping to take a leak, whether you're on sleeper berth, you're on off duty, you're on your 30-minute break, we are responsible for the load. Pay me. Pay me. You know what I'm saying? But no, you get these guys that defend it. I'm just repeating myself here, but dude, that's really the meat and potatoes of this thing. These trucking companies, they lobbied for hours of service so they could fuck us over. And the thing about it is, dude, that's not fucking right. That's definitely not right because truck drivers are the backbone of this country. Without truck drivers, you have nothing. So it doesn't really surprise me because guys are really fucking dumb. This is why women get the upper hand on men all the time because women, I mean, they're a lot more sophisticated than guys. Guys are easy to figure out, and guys are easy to manipulate. And a lot of guys, um, they'll take shit for like they'll put out more than what they get back. In their relationships and especially at their jobs, dude. A lot of guys are pushovers like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of people that defend. Getting robbed blind by these trucking companies, not getting paid what they're owed, not getting paid for all their time at work. You know what I mean? And here's the fucking thing. This is why this pisses me off so much, dude. I've been looking for local work for the longest, dude, and I had one right here at this job, and I'm still here at this job. I didn't quit or anything like that. I mean, I'm still coming back on Monday, right? But I'm no longer living out here in the Bay. You know, some shit popped off with this fucking toxic family member of mine, and I had to move at the drop of a hat right when I was about to get my own place, dude. I was just about to sign this application for this spot, but I had to leave that night because of this bullshit drama that this family member came home with, you know, and it was just all bad. So now I'm commuting like an hour and like 10 minutes to get to work. Right now it's like an hour to get home. To come here during the day, I come in, at the end of the commute around like 9:30 is when I leave my house. So the commute is really calmed down. The commute from the Central Valley, I'm living in Modesto right now. So the commute from Modesto into the Bay Area, it really pops off shit from like around 3 in the morning to about 7 to 8 in the morning. That's when it's popping, dude. That's when you're gonna be in gridlock on the Altamont. I come in around like 9:30, 10. So it's a lot more calm. Damn, my windshield's hella dirty, right? But still, it's costing me a lot of money to get to work, dude, right? It's costing me hella money. And dude, this is what I want. This is my goal right now. I want to get a local trucking job that's going to give me enough money to get an apartment. That's it. Like, dude, that is literally it. I'm not asking for fucking this, that, and the third. I'm not asking for a lot. And I've been applying everywhere, and nothing's really popping, right? This week I've opened up to LTL. For the longest, I've only applied at a few LTL companies. All the LTL companies around my house, from Modesto to Stockton, I've been applying for them, right? I know it's a little early. I'll probably hear back from them next week. But dude, food service, Cisco and U.S. Foods and McLean, and with Southwest Traders and this other one, dude, nothing. Cisco keeps shooting me down. Like, they literally brought me in for like 2 interviews and fucking declined me both times. And I got a clean MVR. I got all my endorsements. I got everything. You know what I mean? And just, dude, like the last interview I went to with them, there was like 7 people. There was me and 6 other applicants for one open position. You know what I mean? That was literally just a few blocks from my house. That's why it's so fucking frustrating, dude. I took the day off for that, which means I lost money for that, just for them to interview me and give me that little email, that automated email saying, "Oh, no, we decided to go along with other candidates. Thank you for considering." Oh, fuck you, Cisco. You could shove it, right? You could take your job and fucking go down with the Titanic. It's so frustrating, dude. It's literally so fucking frustrating, right? So it's to the point now where I applied for kind of like an OTR job. As much as I don't want to, as much as I know that hours of service isn't the way to go as far as relying on your paycheck. You know what I mean? Like cents per mile, especially by the load or percentage pay and all that dumb shit. Um, I applied for a job. It's not all the way OTR, but it's probably like, compared to what I'm doing now, it is more like OTR. It was a company. It's a local mom and pop carrier in my town, right? Not a few blocks. It's a little ways from my house, but not too far. Not too far from where Cisco is, right? Yeah, a few blocks away, right? A few good blocks. And it's from the Bay. The job listing on Craigslist said from the Bay Area to Los Angeles. But being that they're in Modesto, I'm guessing it's really Northern California to Southern California. You know what I mean? Like, because I know how it is once you get into a trucking company. Like, they'll put Bay Area to Los Angeles, but once you get in there, if they're working with load boards and brokers and shit, or direct customers, which they ought to be working with, cut out those middlemen altogether. Um, I'd probably be doing loads from like Tracy to San Diego, right, or Sacramento to like Riverside or something, which is cool. Which is cool, but you know, just because you work in your state And this is probably the same thing for another big state like Texas. You could probably be running around your whole state, you know what I mean? Northern California, Southern California, Central Valley, and they're going to max out your 70-hour clock, you know what I mean? To where you're probably going to get home just for a 34-hour reset. Being that you're in your state, you'll probably get home consistently for a 34-hour reset, but you're not going to be getting a good work-life balance like you would um, at an LTL job. You get what I'm saying? So it's almost like you are running over the road, which is that's more of like a dedicated route. You know what I mean? That's like a dedicated lane within a trucking company. And just for the fact that it's in Modesto, I applied for it because I'm figuring this, right? That would suck. I don't want to do a sleeper cab. I don't. But dude, I gotta do what I gotta do, right? The way the job market is right now with trucking in my area, in Northern California Bay Area, I gotta take what I can get, you know? When I was at CR England, I was thinking, like, man, once I get a year under my belt, I can go anywhere. Once I get 2 or 3 years, especially under my belt, I can go anywhere. Just to get off of CR England, you know, and to get out here and apply for these local jobs and not get shit, dude, because everybody wants these local jobs. You see what I'm saying? So you think someone like Alex, the trucking guy, is going to tell you some shit like that? No, dude, hell no. I mean, let's not even talk about the money or the deal that he's getting with GP Transco, right? Whether they're giving him like bonuses, I guarantee you he's gotten a few recruitment bonuses, right? What do they call it? I forget what they like hiring bonuses, referral bonuses, just for him, you know, putting on for GP Transco like that. You know damn well, dude, that's marketing for them. That is nothing but marketing. That's, and I guarantee you, he's got some sort of a deal with them because most trucking companies, you know, they would tell you to blur out their company logo. You know who's a real trucker YouTuber who does speak on real shit? Is Happiness by the Mile, right? And yeah, she's up there. She wasn't always uploading as consistent as Alex, the trucking guy, so she was making money, but not nearly as much as Alex. She talked about like how it really fucked up her mental health being a truck driver. You know, like how being away, being in isolation, how all of that really fucked with her to where she needed probably like therapy, and she had to take a few months off. That kind of shit. Then she even like in a few videos even talked about how she was broke and struggling because she wasn't making that much money at her job, right? That's someone who's real. That's someone who's, you know, letting go of their ego, and instead of flexing and trying to look cool and shit on YouTube, they're letting you know, like, hey, shit's not popping right now, man. I'm struggling to pay my bills, right? Is what it is. You know, I kind of say the same thing, but because a lot of guys simp over Shelby, Happiness by the Mile, she doesn't get nearly as much shit as I do, I guarantee it. You know, because most of these trucking guys are probably simping over her hard, right? Especially because she's like, you know, like the typical fucking, I was going to say, uh, I was going to say something that would get me like in a lot of trouble on YouTube. She's the typical, how do I say this? All American girl, right? Skinny blonde chick. I'm into them thick Latinas, you know what I mean? With the big badumps, and you know, I even got a few black women under my belt, you know what I mean? I'm not really into like into the I can't even talk. I'm not really into like the Cameron Diaz type, you know what I mean? Like the all American girl. No, man, I'm into the you know, the ones you see at the flea market, right? That's why she doesn't get shit. You know what I mean? Because Guy's Gawkover. I like her YouTube channel. Her YouTube channel inspired me to start my YouTube channel because I was like, oh, wow, this is a niche right here. And I'm already a truck driver. And check her out, dude. Her videos are amazing. Like, she edits them really good. Like, her editing is as good as, like, Casey Neistat, right? Who was the guy that who invented vlogging, like daily vlogging, you know? Her videos look like movies. Yeah, she's a pretty chick, but I wasn't really there to simp. Like a lot of these guys simp. Oh, Shelby, it's okay. You just read the comments and see all these thirsty fucking simp dudes, right? That are probably the same ones that come onto my YouTube channel and are like, oh, you're a crybaby, you're a whiner. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah. Even though me and Shelby are pretty much saying the same fucking thing, yeah, oh, yeah. She, she's a strong woman for speaking on her, her trials and tribulations. But no, Augustine, he's the crybaby whiner. Yeah. Oh, okay. I get it. Right. Um, Again, dude, look, there's traffic right here. Oh, just for a second there was. Someone's getting towed, so they slowed down for a second. So, I figured I would apply for that carrier like I did today. I'll run Northern California to Southern California. That's pretty cake, right? I've been going over the Grapevine for the past few years, and Tehachapi, as well as the Altamont. Yeah, it's easy over here. As long as I'm not doing no fucking Reno. I'm not going over Donner's Pass. That's for sure. But if it's just the Grapevine to Tehachapi, easy. That's cake. I did a blizzard on the Grapevine more than once, Shit. I got stuck in LA when that blizzard hit last year, right? I had to hold a load hostage because Tehachapi and Grapevine were too dangerous to drive over. Easy. That's nothing. Yeah, I took a hit on the pay, but dude, that's nothing, you know? So I figure I would do that. I'll do that job until something local pops up. Dude, you know what happened this morning? Which is so frustrating. What happened this morning, it was like 6 a.m. I'm asleep, dude. I work swing shift. And I don't get home till like midnight. I don't go to sleep till like 1:30, right? After I take a shower and get something to eat and relax, you know what I mean? I get a call at 6:30. Of course, I turn the ringer off and go back to bed and then put it on Do Not Disturb. It's JB Hunt. They had a local gig out of Tracy, Costco, which is right by my house, like 25, 30 minutes away, right? Just up 132. 132 to Highway 5 or 580, right? It got filled. I called her back at like 8 o'clock when I woke up. I called her back. Oh, she left me the voicemail. Hey, a local position just opened up by you, right? Give me a call. Called her. Oh, it got filled. You see what I mean, dude? They're on shit. Dude. That's how competitive local trucking is, And here's the thing. This is why it could be hard to get a local trucking job if you're not in a position like me. Like me, I'm really in a good position, right? It sucks, but I'd rather not live with my folks. But if you're living OTR and you got rid of your apartment, you got rid of your house, you got rid of all your bills to stack up money to live in the truck, well, you're going to probably have to stack up a few thousand to, to be able to afford to be unemployed for a few months while you look for a local trucking job after you buy your house or get an apartment in the city that you're going to settle down in. Because look, dude, that job position got filled in 2 hours. In 2 hours in the morning, dude, it got filled already, right? So if you think you're on over the road, if you're on over the road and you think you're just going to be able to go get a spot here, there, or whatever, and then just walk in to like Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Budweiser, FedEx, or LTL. Right? Everybody wants LTL, right? Probably not going to happen. Not right away. It might take you like a year of applying to finally land something. You see what I'm saying? Like the only reason why I was able to get a job as fast as I did, more than one, is through these temp agencies. Who the fuck wants to work for a temp agency? It's just it's the name of the job. It's a temporary job. You should never just stay at a temp job forever. Dude, I'm trying to get into a company that has a lot of growth, especially like something union with a pension and shit. Like I applied for the post office, haven't heard back from that, and I applied for it like a few times too. So it'll take you a minute to get a local trucking job, and it's not just me, man. Don't take my word for it. Get out there into the real world. I met a few Uber drivers out in Las Vegas when I was at Night Transportation that were telling me the same thing. Like, yeah, them too. The reason why they were driving Uber is because they didn't want to do over the road no more, and everything in their area, they don't need you. Like they'll put it on their trucks that they're hiring online. We're hiring. They got the job applications open, and then you apply, and you hear nothing back. Right? So, you guys gotta really understand that if you're down to run OTR, you'll never be out of work. You'll work your little heart out on OTR. Like if OTR is what you want to do, more power to you. That's a very unhealthy lifestyle. Um, it's not that easy to go grocery shopping on OTR. It's not, because OTR and even dedicated and regional, you're at the mercy of the shipper and the receivers that you're hauling freight for. And it doesn't matter if you're doing dry van, if you're doing freight of all kind, or if you're doing reefer, or if you're doing even hazmat loads or flatbed, right? Hopper is probably a little better, right? But if you're doing conventional trucking from flatbed to a box or a reefer, you have appointment times, and these appointment times vary. And sometimes you show up for your appointment and they're delayed, and you're sitting there for hours, and your clock is still going, right? If you did a split, you could, probably shut it down and get your hours back. Like if you just move the truck for like an hour and then shut down, and you've been shut down for a few hours, you'll probably get some hours back. But if not, if you already did it after your break, then dude, and you're sitting there at the shipper or the receiver, and they're holding you up for a few hours, and your clock's going, and you still got to get somewhere to shut down for the night to find a parking space at a truck stop or a rest area, or at a Walmart or wherever you can get in at for the night to do your 10-hour sleeper berth. Well, how are you going to go grocery shopping? It's not always guaranteed that you're going to go grocery shopping. So what you're going to do is this. You're going to eat a lot of truck stop food. You're going to do a lot of Uber Eats, DoorDash. You're going to do a lot of, the best thing that you could do is go grocery shopping on your 34-hour reset, right? That's the best thing you could do. And then, besides that, and if you run through that food or whatever, you're going to eat out a lot. And then here's the thing, say you are going to cook, let me put it on Do Not Disturb. Say you are going to cook. You cook in a semi-truck and you do it consistently, you're going to smell like shit. You're going to smell like grease. You're going to smell like cooking oil. You're going to smell like food, because there's no kitchen sink in your truck. There's not, right? You're going to have to take that shit outside to a hose or kitchen, do dishes in the way back of the unit, like on top of the grass truck stop or something. Dude, it's not a healthy lifestyle. It's not. You get no work-life balance doing over the road. It's easy. The thing about over the road, it's hard, but it's easy. And what I mean by that is this. What's his name? This guy trucks. He said it the best. Look at me. Look at me right now. Right? Check me out. I'm commuting. I gotta drive all the way the fuck to Modesto from the Bay Area. This is costing me money. It sucks. But check it out. As bad as this is, I prefer this over the road. Any day. Any day. Because at least with this, I get my weekends off. I get to sleep in a bed. You know, I get to be around my family. You see what I'm saying? There's give and take. But on the flip side, while I'm on this commute and I'm doing it all week, putting miles on my car, gas, it's eating out of my paycheck, like a noticeable portion. Not too bad, you know what I mean? But it is, you know. It's a big. It's not. It's a deduction. Just getting to work right now, you know. Can I get off at First Street? I want to get something to drink. I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. Come on, Daddy-O. Well, I need for speed right here. I'm trying to get off. Let me get off. Let me get off. Let me get off. Come on. Yeah. Made it. All the way from the fast track lane. Sick. Right? Pulling up to Livermore. I'm thirsty. Let me get something to drink. You know, I might run through the car wash right now, too. Yeah, let's do that. Let's run through the car wash. But like I was saying, all this money I'm spending to get to work, I can't help but remember that I didn't have this problem on over the road. This guy truck said, he said it the best. You know, the commute on over the road or dedicated or regional, anything with the sleeper cab, once you're off your 10 hours or, you know, sometimes you sleep more. Some guys sleep for 14 hours, right? Some guys sleep 12 hours, 11, right? Especially if they're not under a load that it's due right away. The commute in your semi-truck is right there in your semi-truck, in your bobtail. It's from your bunk to the driver's seat. And that's the commute, right? You're not doing this shit that I'm doing right now, right? So that's a real big benefit right there. Yeah, you're not making a lot of money. Yeah, you're getting fucked over with hours of service. Yeah, they're robbing you of a lot of your time, right? Which is bullshit. That's terrible. But your commute is just right there in the bunk. If you ever get tired, you can pull over and go to sleep. Sometimes I get tired during the day at my job, and I got like a what's the seat called? Like a bench in my truck. So yeah, technically, I could take a nap in my truck, but it's nothing like a sleeper cab, right? Where you got the AC going and you can make it all dark and close the curtain. You know what I mean? And you know that little crack at the top of the curtain where the light seeps through. I would always put like sometimes even dirty laundry, like my t-shirts and drawers, or like like a wet towel through there to make it all the way pitch black back there. Not sleep, dude. Some of the best sleep I ever gotten these past few years has been in the back of a sleeper. You know what I mean? Has been in the semi truck, and I never had an APU, right? Um, I always slept with the truck idling, even when it was doing a regen, right? I sleep right through that shit, easy. You know, we're gonna go through that wash. Just trying to get something to drink real quick. I don't think they got it open on the inside. Window service, fucker. You're gonna get me a Arizona then. Always back in when you park. If you're gonna park, always back in, because you never know when you gotta take off. You don't want to back out of a parking space. You want to be able to just drive forward. I'll be right back. 1 second. Yeah. Damn, it took how long? It's cold. Dude, I go to the window, right? And I ask for 2 orange juices. And it's window service only, probably because they don't want to get robbed or whatever. Dude's like, huh? Like, oh, God. Here we go with this shit. He got it eventually. It's like, fuck, dude. Orange juice. Jesus Christ. Let's go. Let's go to the car wash. Let's wash this car real quick. That way I don't gotta do it tomorrow. Let go. Favorite car washes right here at the gas station. I don't like the ones like in Modesto. We got Mister or Meister. I don't know how you say it. and you could even get it like a subscription, like $30 a month, and you can get unlimited car washes. I like these at the gas station. You just get gas, you know, go in, get something to drink, drive through the car wash. Man, it's old school. One stop shop. Dude, it's just so cold out here. I'll buy a car wash.
Please select one of the following options. Please insert payment now. Please wait while your transaction is being processed. Thank you. Please pull forward into the wash.
Let's wash this puppy. I think I'm gonna get racing stripes on this little Toyota. I like this little Toyota. Dude, I really like this car. This little Master Yoda. This thing's sick, dude. Let me read the comments. $20 car wash, and he has sold home. Nah, man, I'm busy. I got time to do this shit. I got hella shit I want to do tomorrow, right? Wish we were paid more for the sacrifice we take. Exactly, bro. That's what it comes down to, right? Truck drivers need to be paid more. And it fucking mind boggles me that you got these fucking truck drivers that argue for the bad treatment. That's crazy. That's insane to me. I owned my own house in the first 3 years of trucking. This was before I worked at Walmart. 22 years later, on my second home with two homes on the property. It didn't happen overnight. That's good. But it's louder now. But 20 plus. That was back in the 80s or some shit. I mean, you're an OG. You've been in this shit for hell long, right? I doubt someone's buying a house in 2024 in their third year of trucking today with interest rates and the cost of living and the cost of a home. I mean, you bought it back in the day when it was a lot easier and when truckers were paid a little better than what they are right now, you know, and when the dollar had more value. I mean, there's been a lot of inflation since then. Another reason why I don't want to wash my car at the house is because where I live in a really bad neighborhood, a very poor neighborhood. We don't have sidewalks. There's like dirt. You know what I mean? Like not even all the roads, like the roads are like barely paved. You know what I mean? So if I were to wash my car outside on the street, if I were to wash my car outside on the street, I would get a lot of mud in my car because it's literally just dirt in my neighborhood. Like I park on dirt. I don't park on the street. Right? Like our sidewalk is dirt. Let me go forward to try this thing off. Let's pull up. Dry off these. Dude, it's cold outside. It's cold and windy. It was like kind of warm today. Or not. It was it was hot like 2 days ago, but today it was warm. Right now it's cold, dude. Throw on the jacket. But even if you bought a house in 2002, 20 plus, there's been a lot of inflation. I mean, I'm uploading content right now, right? Not in 2002, and I don't know. If you bought a house during 2008, you know what I mean? You got a good deal. That's when my parents bought their homes. My parents bought their homes during the financial crash. They're the ones that came out on top. They didn't fall for that scam that was going on. With everybody was getting a home, even if you didn't have a job, almost like what you call it, like the stimulus checks or whatever. They didn't fall for that shit. They waited for the prices of a house to drop, and that's when they bought in the Bay Area. So they made out with a lot. Very different from the rest of California by far. Luckily, not many people know about this area. What area? West of Eureka in the Marble Mountains. Weed. Retire. What I do? Extreme Northern California, only 20 miles south from Oregon. What are you in Siskiyou County or something? Just bought this home now, 7.3% interest. Hauled milk from dairies to the milk plants back in those days. I made more money driving a truck than when I was working on the railroad, and trucking is easier than railroading. Did you find any single moms recently? Um, yeah, Siskiyou County. He's up there where they're growing all the devil's grass up there, right? I saw the California Insider on Siskiyou County. It goes down up there, dude, with the cartels and shit, and the chinitos up there growing and shit. I've been through there, over there by Mount Shasta. I've been up there. I was talking to this one chick when I got back home, like my ex from a few years ago. Not really my ex. She was more of, it jumped from the phone to the car. When I got back, that's all east of I-5 by Big Springs, not where I'm at. I don't think I would be a pothead again. I kind of like being sober. Um, yeah, when I got back home, I started talking to this chick that I was dealing with back in the day. She has kids now. She's still finer than a motherfucker, man, but it's not gonna work with her. I think she's still hung up on her dude or whatever. She's dealing with her own shit. But get in there, you fucker. Oh no, I think you were trying to be like funny with your comment or whatever. It's just like I said, dude. A lot of you guys that are single in your truck or whatever, you guys like to make fun of single moms. I mean, you guys ain't getting none anyways. So I don't know why you guys are making fun of them. It's not like half of those women would even consider sleeping with their ugly ass anyways, right? You guys ain't getting nothing but your hand. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but at the same time, dude, like that's another cool thing about being back home is like I'm talking to a few women now. I picked up some chicks. I've just been so busy off of Facebook dating. Facebook dating's popping, right? You can get a lot of work on there. But you could do things like date, right? I'm getting into like cars again. I, I want to trick out this car, like turn it into a little tuner car. I'd probably not tune up the engine, but the exterior and interior, right? Next to my car, I'm gonna put underglow. Hold on, I gotta get away from these tankers. Dude, no. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. So what I want to get on this car is I want to get underglow. I'm gonna get one more decal at the top of my front windshield. I just got the tint done on the front. I bought this car stock with tint on the two passenger doors, passenger windows, and the rear windshield. But no, there's an accident on the Altamont. Fuck, that blows, dude. Oh, hold up, Daddy-O. Hold up, Daddy-O. Compa got lucky. I'm gonna take the pass. I'm gonna take Altamont Pass. That's what's up. Cool. I didn't get stuck on that shit, dude, because it gets gridlock. Here's the thing about the Altamont. This is gonna probably cut off the live stream right now, going through these mountains or whatever. If there's traffic during the day, it usually moves, right? You're usually not gonna sit for too long, but if there's traffic like this at night, it's usually like a bad accident, like a truck tipped over, or drunk drivers, or a fatality or something. So, like on the mountain, the Altamont, right? In LA, you got the Grapevine. Southern California, Bakersfield, you got the line that separates that part of the Central Valley from the main, area, Southern California, Los Angeles. Right here, what separates the Bay Area from Tracy, Central Valley, the Central Valley up here up north is the Altamont, is the Altamont Pass, the Altamont Mountain. We don't get snow on ours, but look, mira, you see all those lights right there? That's traffic, dude. And the more and more you get into the Altamont, it turns into gridlock, especially by the Highway 5 turnoff. So that's why you take Grant Line Road. It's this little road on the side, right? And there's going to be some traffic on here too, but it's going to be moving. I don't really see too many trucks, right? Like you go on Grant Line Road back here, and you're not in here with hella like semi trucks. It's mainly just us cars. Dude, I came through this shit this morning, right? I took Grant Line Road this morning. I take it all the time, right? Grant Line Road to get around the Altamont. And dude, there was this motherfucker going 40 miles an hour through Grant Line Road. And it's 55 right here. Most of us go like 70 or whatever, because there's never usually cops back here, right? And I use Waze. Another thing I'm gonna get installed on this car is like the radar detector. I don't know if you guys ever had a radar detector. You should get that in your semi truck, because I know a lot of you guys don't go 55 in the state of California. A lot of you guys go 60, 65, 70, right? Especially coming down the mountain. A lot of you guys don't do. A lot of you guys haul ass down the mountain, you know. So if you get radar detector, it gets really loud when there's a radar around. You slow your ass down because there's a cop around, right? I don't. I've never really been a fan of police officers. Um, just yeah, that's just my experience with them. I've had a lot of bad experiences with police officers, more bad than good. Obviously, I've had good encounters with cops too. I don't really know what a good encounter with a cop would be. I guess maybe if you're in a fucked up situation and someone calls the cops and the cop shows up and they're trying to like de-escalate the situation. But usually, um, dude, I've been in like parts of the Bay Area that are more like uppity, right? And you just get profiled. Like it's not even like for your skin color; it's just you. It's like you look like some hoodlums. Like, what the fuck are you doing over here? What are you doing over here in Santa Clara? Like, we're definitely pulling you over. Like, what are you doing here in Fremont 2 in the morning, right? Like, I'll be doing something like dropping off some broad at Fremont 2 in the morning, and especially the cars I used to drive, like my old school Buick I used to have. Oh, dude, I used to get pulled over in that thing all the fucking time, just because it was like an old school car. It was like an '85 Buick, and I would just catch myself and it shouldn't be a thing, dude. This is America. I should be able to drive around where the fuck I want, right? I'm not out there being a criminal. Even when I was younger in my 20s, right? I stopped hanging out with people in the street when I was like 21, 22, right? But dude, 24, 25, 26, I would still catch myself around like, just getting fucked with by the cops. One time I was in was like in Newark, Fremont, or something like that. And I was coming from some broad's house, right? It was like 1, 2 in the morning. This fucker pulls me over, right? So some white boy, cop, you know, and then he's like, "Oh, where are you from?" So yeah, that's why I don't really like cops, especially when I was younger, bro. When I was, so I mean, a lot of it is